Well, all in readiness here for this one at Gardeners Creek Reserve. Eastland the table from the 11th place, while the visiting Heidelberg United on a 6-game unbeaten streak have justified reasons to arrive here with confidence at a high. Thanks for joining us for this one. My name is Steve Curtin. Looking forward to bringing you all the action from this afternoon's match here in Burwood in Melbourne's East, as the players are going through their preliminaries here and pleasantries. Eastern Lions in their kit. Heidelberg. They're also wearing their home kit, yellow and black. Team news. Eastern Lions have made one change, and they welcome back their top this season, Christopher Drutzis. He comes straight into the starting 11 at the expense of Taylor Unal, who played his match this morning in the under-21s, or this afternoon, should I say. And for George Katsakis' Heidelberg United side, Lewis Hall and Owen Ashton comes into the starting lineup, and the top scorer for Heidelberg, and bring in their top scorer. So hopefully that means plenty of goals. To the bench drops Thomas Strickland and Anthony Theodoropoulos. It's Gardeners Creek Reserve bathed in perfect afternoon sunshine. If anything, it's a bit warm for the players out there. As we prepare for kick-off, Heidelberg United will Owen Ashton sting the ball in the centre of the park. Pitch is in perfect condition here. We should be set for a fantastic, entertaining match of football. We hope you enjoy it. Please let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from today. We'll do our best to give you a shout-out. Look forward to hearing predictions for this action. Gets us underway for this afternoon's action. Touch for Drutzis. Welcome back into the team, Christopher Drutzis. Heidelberg looking to build possession in the middle early. The skipper, Reuben Way. We'll run through those starting lineups for you just in a moment. There's the action here, as you can see. Work from... Just pause for the moment there. Ball from Alice. Well, though, by that Lions defence, William Alice back there. As you can see there, the ball right in front of us in our commentary position here. Reuben Way with the throw towards Bosniak. Touch for Fowler, and it's like the free kick will go to Heidelberg in a good position here. Hope you're enjoying this footage. Kyan behind the camera, providing you expert insight into this game. And we're going to see a set piece here. And it is Akata. Takero Akata standing over the ball. And there's Tall Timber at the big Malan Roberts. And H. This is Akata. Finds the header, and it's off the post. And put away eventually. Yes, it is. What a start for Heidelberg United. The goal there, and it's Aidan Fedahadzic tapping in from close range. The early header, like it came from a crowded penalty area. And it was saved into the post, and then Fedahadzic did the rest. What a start for Heidelberg United here. And Eastern Lions looking shell-shocked. Perfect start for George Katsakis' side. Doyle with the header. Georgopoulos looking to get the ball rolling. Deluri loses control. This is Akata. Way with the switching ball. Goes all the way across there to Alice. Rizuki tried the dummy, didn't quite come off, and here's Sean Alice surging forward. Good tackle, Georgopoulos. And Rizuki, that work rate, back to help out. Still they go though, Bosniak, and eventually Lions can mop up and win the free kick and just try and settle things down here a bit. Those starting lineups for Eastern Lions: Keegan Coulter in goals. Across the defence, William Alice, Nathan Sim, James Doyle and Sevdim Ismaili. Across midfield, Ziggy Rizuki, Dennis Deluri, the captain, Sean Kenny, Ioannis Georgopoulos and Aaron Fabrice. Up front is Chris Drutzis. And here's Fabrice now. Got Ismaili on the overlap, decides to go kicking towards Deluri. Lions lose possession. And Way with the spectacular Ismaili. Georgopoulos for Deluri. Couldn't hang on to that one. And Feder Hadjic got in to intervene. This is Alice on the far side. We've got Alice on Alice over there. Sean on him. Ball looking for Bosniak. The young Doyle brought that one eventually. Feder Hadjic across to head away. And here's young Aaron on the Deluri. The ball comes back to earth. Ismaili gets the touch back to Doyle. Young teenager at the heart of defence for Eastern Lions. And a touch for Keegan Coulter. Looking to try and calm things down. Certainly not the start that he's goal down. I suppose at least it means they've got a long time to recover that lead. Long ball forward. This is Sean Ellis. He was looking to combine there with Dom Fowler. Good over, and still more coming in the gates. And, well, who wouldn't want to get down? The weather here is perfect. Compared to last week, quite warm conditions, quite still. The place to be if you're in Melbourne's east this afternoon. A couple of players, and Feder Hadjic both went to ground. Bit of a height mismatch between the two there. Hello to Bronson, says let's go Lions. Helen, go Burgers. And Bill, pretty happy with the start for Heidelberg. If you've just joined us, Aiden Feder Hadjic tapping in from close after a set piece by Takera Hunter. And Malin Roberts there helps Heidelberg win the goal kick. They have been cruising along fairly unchallenged so far. Still very early in this one, still within the first 10 minutes. George Katsakis is already getting quite vocal in the tackle area, having its fourth official, which is George Katsakis. He will celebrate his birthday this week, so despite his anger there, as it stands, it will be happy to continue their unbeaten streak and claim a win today. Drutz is with the touch, looking for Rizuki. Deluri. Fabrice is inside of him. Deluri still continues towards the corner. Deluri's support. He's got Ismaili behind him. And Fabrice, but he and Deluri not on the same page. So we'll get a little bit of cloud cover, which is actually strangely welcome because it was quite warm here in the commentary position. We're fully undercover should there be any rain come across this afternoon. Unfortunately, nothing in the forecast. So Christopher Theodorides with the goal kick. And here's Owen little through ball on the overlap there. It was Wilkins. Josh Wilkins getting forward, bombing on from right back. And it required a good sliding challenge to keep him out there. So every time Heidelberg go forward, they're looking pretty damn me at the moment. Some encouragement for Owen Ashton from coach George Katsakis as Sean Ellis takes the corner kick, driven in towards that front post area. Goes into the corner. Reuben Way. In 2013 was their last meeting in the old State League 1. Going back so far, it predates the NPL era. As Delirious read it very well. Let's use his strength. It's a clever ball looking for Sean Ellis. He gets there first. Can he finish? Sean Ellis. Great save, Keegan Coulter. Crafty passage of play by Heidelberg. Quickly taken free kick. Sean Ellis coming across from the right-hand side of midfield. Nearly doing the damage there. The first touch was good. It took him a little bit wide, but Keegan Coulter guarding his front post well there, which is an important part of the role of the goalkeeper, of course, and the corner kick comes in low, straight up in the air. No one wins the header. As the Lions look to come away, Dennis Deluri looking to switch it if he could just bleed that one over Doffeller. He had Ziggy Rizuki marching forward. Ismaili with a long ball forward for his other number 5, Feda Hajic. Deluri. Not the option he wanted there. So he turned it over to Lewis Hall. Fabrice. This is Owen Ashton in the corner here. It's a decent cross in. Sean Ellis is there. And Dusan Bosniak. Switches too high there over the top of the skipper. Up the line by Ismail. There's no one at home except for Aiden Feda Hajic. Ball over the top looking for Bosniak, who's leading the line today. Wondering starting lineup is for Heidelberg. Chris Theodorides in goal, across defence, Reuben Way, Aiden Fedder, Malan Roberts and Josh Wilkins. In midfield, Dom Fowler and Lewis Hall. Out wide is Carter and Sean Ellis. Ashton is in behind Dusan Bosnick, who is leading the line. Long ball forward by... Good header won by young Doyle in defence there. Akata looking to take on Ismaili. Still he goes to Keru Akata. Drutsis. Roberts with the intervention. Sean Ellis. He almost put ball through there. George Lester. Bosniak. Way over the top. Alice has popped up left now, looking to go over Ismaili. Bosniak into the area. Ismaili wins it back. And it will eventually be a goal kick for the Lions. Today's substitutes, Eastern Lions, Andrew Williams, Sonny Zihai, subs Anirudh Kapior, and our sub Junga Pizirani. Kenny. Back to Coulter. Those for Heidelberg United, Thomas Strickland and Anthony Robson. Keeper Nicholas Eris. Coulter plays it long, looking for Ruben Way. Well, at least it goes to Ruben Way, should I say. Drutsis dropping into midfield for the moment, just exchanging positions with Dennis Delury. Drutsis back in the starting lineup today. 3 goals already this season. Managed to receive 5 yellow cards already in the season and faced that 1-week suspension last week in the match at Avondale. And they went down to nil at Denmark. Chodopoulos with the set piece. It's away by Hall. And Akata, can he juggle it over Georgiopoulos? Gets one in the back there. Ismaili showing a bit of strength, and then the former Wollongong Wolves midfielder wins the free kick. Carter across to Malin Roberts. Hall plays it out wide. And now Sean Ellis. And William Ellis played the ball. What a duel going head to head over there. Thanks to that they played. Dan Heffernan scored the double in the 2-1 win for back in 2013. Hello to Francisco, who is winning so far in our furthest afield viewer. He's watching from Paraguay today. Ashton looking for the step overs. Still he goes. Oh, and Ashton with the curler. Only can succeed in putting it into the trees. The lead-up play was still pretty impressive. Well, strange stat for Kosti Puskasu's Eastern Lions this season. They've gone loss, draw, win, loss, draw, win, loss. So by that measure, they're due for a draw today, but they've got a bit of work to do because they really haven't threatened the goal yet. We still are in the first 20 minutes here. Georgiopoulos, that's a nice pass. Drutsis loses possession, and Sean Ellis is looking to find Owen Ashton, who's got the pace here in this battle between he and Nathan Sim. Nathan Sim comfortably is switched back into a defensive role at times for the Lions this year. Fabrice on the charge, he couldn't find him. Theodore with that powerful clearance. Eventually runs out in front of the players' race there on far side. Excellent difference. As the President's Lunch was a packed house in those social rooms before. Definitely the place to be this afternoon. This is William Ellis with the throw, combining with Kenny. Deluri. Georgopoulos can switch the play here. Ismaili. Good challenge by Ismaili with the throw. Bosniak, can he hold it up and play? Teammate Carter is the man. But Sim does well there, getting back to cover. Deluri, pressure from behind. Alice and Rizuki, a little bit of space to operate in, combining with Alice, looking to get past his man, but he can't get past his opponent there. Just looking to take on Feder Hadjic. He might win the corner kick here. Alice gets a boot in, and it was just a throw. As you can see in the picture, there are plenty of yellow and black trailing fans here supporting Heidelberg. And they're all smiles at the moment with the 1-goal lead to Aiden Feder Hadjic in the opening moments of this one. Alice's throw, Drew dropping deeper and deeper as this game's gone on. Doyle playing it in, receiving it back. Ismaili with the turn. He's won the free kick there. He could have got the advantage perhaps, but I think Eastern Lions are happy to get some goal and up a bit. They've achieved some impressive results this season, including a win over highly fancied Hume. Now, there's the dead ball specialist, Georgopoulos, standing over this one. There's plenty of tall timber in the box. Georgopoulos onto the penalty spot. Roberts wins the header, straight up and down. Ruben Way goes again, and Akata volleys away. Alice plays it up and down, and Akata gets a second chance here. And such a lot of gravity. Free kick was given away by Georgopoulos. Showed a bit of fair play. Away. Good challenge by Ismaili. As Lewis Hall had come across to try and cause a threat. Lewis Hall, one of two players coming into the starting 11 for Heidelberg today. The other one, Owen Ashton. As Thomas Strickland and Anthony Theodoropoulos drop to the bench. Fabrice gives chase on the goal scorer, Feder Hadjic. Long by Chris Theodorides. And Alice into the centre of the park, wins the free kick there. And you can probably hear it there through your mics. The switch is on. Allison to Kerry Ricardo switching sides for the moment, switching flanks. Ricardo, as it turns out, they both ended up on the same side temporarily. Both on the left-hand side of the pitch. Overload for Heidelberg. Fella. Ricardo with the ball to the far post. Good header away by Alice. And what can they do on the counter here? The Lions. Rizuki finds Drutzis. Delivery might be offside, but Alice is onside here. And he's taken out there fairly quickly by Josh Wilkins. So let's win another set piece opportunity. Well, in fact, a different defence earlier in the passage of plays. It was taken in the centre of the park. James Doyle with the ball forward. Aaron Fabrice looking to come inside. Georgopoulos. Ismaili. Good spell of possession here for the Lions. Deluri. Well, running out of luck out on the creek side of the ground here. Hello, Royce Lions. And the ball crashes into the fence right in front of us there after that tussle. Owen Ashton and James Doyle involved. Looks like a young central defender like James Doyle getting an extended run at the highest level of football in Victoria. Many years his senior. Ball into the area. Doyle puts his name on the header and put away. Well played by the young man. Referee gets a touch there, and we'll see how the new rules. That will be a drop ball. Match today, should I say? Bruno Daniello. And as we see happen a fair bit now with these restarts from the referee getting a touch, there's some conjecture as to who was actually in possession, because the ball was probably disputed at the time. The shins of Bruno Daniello. Bruno getting a stat that he didn't intend on getting today. And in the end, Heidelberg decide that they earned the drop ball. Marcus. Owen Ashton. Back to Wilkins. Hall over the top. There's no one at home. And Nathan Sim can just shield that one out of play. Or back to Keegan Coulter at least. Keegan Coulter rocking one of the best goalkeeping kits in the NPL in any state of Australia, not just Victoria. Over the top, Way used his body, and the Lions saw that one. Just a little bit of a shove back by the Heidelberg skipper, who looks to be fairly incensed with the decision. But our match officials there working together. Our assistant referees today are Andrew Stevenson and Daniel Isaac. Bit of pressure there from Wilkins as sees Rizuki stay on the floor. And he's still down, Ziggy Rizuki. And Heidelberg going to keep going here. This is Dusan Bosniak. Bit of space for him out on the left. He's going to try and change direction. Still he goes, Bosniak. Can he get the shot? And he did get the shot on target. And it's skidded along the ground. And Coulter was pretty comfortably able to pick that one up. A couple of comments that the connection is cut cutting in and out. I believe it might be internet related. We hope to have one in for you. Hello to Bill. Appreciating that everything possible. Ismaili to Deluri. Hall. Bosniak. And a chance here for Kenny. Cannoned into by Fowler. And, well, Kenny was just about on all fours there. And Bruno Daniello says that you can't protect the ball in that way, and it's going to be a free kick to Heidelberg. Take it quickly. Malin Roberts. In the white boots today. They definitely stand out against the yellow kit. Cool. Heidelberg on defend. What's good? Lions still yet to mount a shot on goal. Georgopoulos wanted to take the quick throw, but he wasn't able to fool Daniello there. The man in the middle. He says, no, we vote for the yellow and black. With the header. Drutz is contesting for it. And once again, the Lions want to take the throw. Once again, Bruno Daniello says it is a hard yellow ball. Fifth for Heidelberg and 11th for Eastern Lions going into this one. Of course, some teams already have an extra game under their belt from last night. Drutzis, Georgopoulos, Kenny, fires high and wide. Already had space there and he decided to take the responsibility on of the shot. Into the back of the net there in the top left corner, but it just carried over towards that bunch of spectators behind Chris Theodoridis' goal. As we can hear both coaches giving some instructions to their players. The sun comes back out here at Gardeners Creek Reserve. It was a solid header by the youngster Doyle. Akata now. He's got no one ahead of him. Sim. William Ellis. Switch by Georgopoulos. Looking for Aaron Fabrice. Can't get it under control. Rude charge. Fabrice into the area and gets the shot. It might have been just off target, but Chris Theodoridis wasn't going to take any chances and he stuck out the mid and made certain it was going to creep into the near post. And Eastern Lions have won their first corner of the game. It's going to be their cult hero, Ziggy Rizuki, to take this corner kick as the in-swinger on the left boot. Biggest man in there is the youngster to James Doyle. He won the header. And there's a few protests there for handball perhaps, but it is another Lions corner kick. Taken this time by to be taken Georgopoulos from that side. Georgopoulos flicked on at the front post. So flick. Got a good bit of purchase on it too. So perhaps some encouraging signs for Daniel Costi Puscasu and his Eastern Theodorides sends it into the sky. Alice won the header, but the ball had already crossed the touchline. Sevdim Ismaili with the throw. Behind the header. And big on the halfway line there was Fowler and Georgopoulos. Georgopoulos comes off worst, but he's the one adjudged to have given away the free kick. And he's just holding the outside of his right thigh there. Solid. And as I said, between the two team areas are in very close quarters. It's just getting a little bit heated in here. Bruno Daniello, he's done a pretty good job so far controlling this one. And Aiden Federhajic, the goal scorer, takes free kick high into the air on his left boot. Wilkins wins the header and he put it into a dangerous area, but the Lions are able to repel. Roberts with the header and way. Sean a little bit higher to control on the chest. Throw. Good flip by Fabrice, and here's a chance for Dennis Deluri. Gets around Fowler. He's got Rizuki in the middle. And Drutzis. This is Chris Drutzis. Great block by Theodorides. That was the moment of the match for the Lions. Deluri got away from his marker, delivered a brilliant cross. Chris Drutzis run to perfection, arriving in the penalty area. First touch and then fired on the left foot. And the goalkeeping by Theodorides was excellent to come out and smother that chance. And now Georgopoulos with the result corner. Good out. Reuben Way with a standing start makes the clearance. Now Carter's on the march. Twisting and turning, still in his defensive half, and he's run out of room. So definitely the best moment of the match so far for Eastern Lions. That chance going to Chris Drutzis, the man with in yellow cards for the Eastern Lions, 2 with 5. But welcomed back with open arms after his 1-week suspension last week. Now, Rizuki runs over it, and now George Ops had the ball. It went for everyone, it was a little too high, and it just zipped through the air and then didn't threaten. And Heidelberg United, who looked quite comfortable, apart from that one chance that they afforded to Christopher Drutzis, they have not been threatened as the sun comes back out here to warm up the action even further at Goodness Curve. Theodorides goes long. Georgopoulos brings it down. Good control by Georgopoulos. Plays it only against his own man Drutzis though. Dom Feller. Sean Ellis. Over the top. I'm not sure if he thought he saw a yellow shirt, but there wasn't one there. Deluri. Can he bring it down? Dennis Deluri. He could be the spark to ignite the Lions this afternoon. Can he get late for half time? Still he goes. He needs some support. Fabrice. He's lost it to Reuben Way. And Heidelberg can come away. Ellis. Good touch by Bosniak. Inside to Owen Ashton. Ball over the top by Hall. And we think that Bosniak was offside. He got the call to leave it. Let it go. Coming back from the offside position. Reuben Way. Bosniak and Sean Ellis. Good defensive play by Fabrice. Fella playing in Bosniak. Can he get a good cross in? Only as far as the youngster again, James Doyle. He's been excellent today. Alan Roberts. A cutter. Ball over the top. This is Sean Ellis. Brings it down. Takes it away from the direction he intended, though. Can you get around Ishmaeli? Dom Fella. Ruben Way. Almost looking to line up a shot. Hall. Fella. Comes inside. This is Way. Promising for Heidelberg. Ruben Way. So close. Great play, Heidelberg. Excellent build-up. Just playing it around the edge of the Eastern Lions penalty area. It was Dom Fella who played it into the feet, and looks like it did turn off that far post. Get a touch, he possibly did. It was a crowded penalty area at the time too. And Sean Ellis with the kick, drilled it into the 6-yard box, trying to test out Keegan Coulter, but he was more than equal to the task. And he distributes it nicely out there to Ziggy Rizuki. He's got Kenny on the charge through the middle, but he decides to go to Deluri. He's on the left. 1-2 Bronx cheers from the crowd. Over gathered up. Switched out here towards Sean Ellis, who was waiting for it. Owen Ashton. Hall. Still they come, Heidelberg. Doosan Bosniak was brought to ground, and there's shouts for a penalty, particularly from Heidelberg technically. Free kick for Eastern Lions, taken by James Doyle. Not his best effort. And here comes Heidelberg again. Ashton Fella. Ashton continues his run. No standing to admire his pass there. Owen Ashton into the corner. Pressure from Doyle. We do apologise for the quality of it. We'll do our best to do what we can to amend that at half-time. Coulter goes long. Sean Ellis and Way with the headers. Fabrice. Fabrice wins the header. Sean Ellis looking to turn and take on 2 Lions. Way runs out of room. It's a red ball. Drutzis. Steve Alberts. And Drutzis is asking for a yellow card to be shown to the central defender, and it is. First booking of the afternoon. Roberts goes into the book of Bruno Daniello for that foul, and Chris Drutzis. For you. At the moment, we're unsure of the source of the issue. Hopefully it's not down to Australia's in the end. Now, Rizuki standing over the free kick, and so is Jonas Georgopoulos. Rizuki. And in the end, it was a little bit too tame as it just bounced in front of Theodorides, who's able to gather it easily. Nice distribution out to Ruben Way. And we'll confirm with you, will be added in the as Yanni Miletus confirms that time is 2 minutes. Heidelberg striking first in this one. That early goal in the opening moments by Aiden Fedahajic after the Takeru Okada set piece. Rizuki now. Lions just mount a late charge here before the players head into the change rooms for half time. Rizuki, short to Drutzis. He's got a bit of tries it into John Alice, and Heidelberg can come away with Falla making the clearance. And perhaps one last chance. Ball forward by Ismaili. Fabrice might have won the free kick, but advantage is given. Rizuki inside to Drutzis. Deluri on left. He's got Kenny in the middle and Fabrice almost getting on the end of that one. Alice for Bosniak. Dusan Bosniak loses possession. Drutzis now. And a good intervention by Dom Fella to prevent Deluru from getting away to the left-hand side of the park. To the very final things now. It's the first half that Eastern Lions shocked early. They've been able to fight their way back a little bit. Drutzis, the man who's had the best chance of the game for the Lions. Rizuki with an unconvincing touch. And Owen Ashton in the corner here. Akata and Bruno Daniele says that's enough for the first half. A bright opening for Heidelberg. That early goal, so we said, through 5 central defender Aiden Fedahajic tapping in from close range. His own win here at Gardner's Reserve as the players head into the change rooms here. It is Heidelberg United 1 up on the hosting Eastern Lions. Look forward to bringing you the second half here. My name's Steve Curtin, and we will bring that one to you after a short break. Welcome back to Saturday afternoon NPL Victoria Gardeners Creek Reserve here in Burwood. Steve Curtin with you on the call. Heidelberg United just getting themselves warmed up again and in tune, or tuned up for this second half. They're already a goal to the good, and they're going to make an adjustment here as we see young Jackson Leno, the man who recently turned 19. One goal already for him this season. He's going to be coming on for the second 45. And as soon as we can, we will confirm with you who the attacker is. Eastern Lions, they still managed 3 shots on target to test out Christopher Theodorides in that first half. And we've just got the Heidelberg assistant coach, Stephen Pace, confirming that substitution with the official here in front of us, Yanni Miletus. As Leno patiently waits for his first involvement of the afternoon. It's unusual that this is cause a delay to the start of the game. Normally this is a bit more fluid, but nonetheless a little bit of extra reprieve for players as they get ready for the second 45. And Yanni Miletus has completed the board there and he's holding it aloft now. And it is the number. It is the one shown. So an early mark today for Sean Ellis. So Leno with the chance to play this second half as the right winger. Chance that I fancy he might just rally going head to head with William Ellis. Deluri flew high. Rizuki, first touch for Leno, coming together with Drutzis. Lions win the free kick. So, can the Lions return the favour and get a goal in the first 2 minutes of the second half, as Heidelberg did in the first half? Rizuki with the set piece. It's a little too flat and spectacularly headed away by Fowler. Back in by Ishmaeli. Drutzis. Tussling with Wilkins. And a free kick this time goes the way of the Burgers. And we've got word that the internet connection here has improved over the half-time break. So wherever you're listening or tuning in, we hope that you can hear us loud and clear. We hope for an exciting second half here. Melanie Roberts. Back to Theodorides. Sim wins the header. Alice. No. Wilkins. Roberts tries to pick his pass. Eventually it does find its way to Bosniak. And here's to Kerry Wakata. Flag went up for offside here on this near side. A reprieve for the Lions. And the word from Lions coach Daniel Costi-Puskasu is not allowing that ball to bounce. Which is fair enough, I suppose. The Lions are looking to clean up on the fundamentals and hopefully the rest can take care of itself as Rizuki copped one in the back there from Josh Wilkins. Gets himself back to his feet. Now, it's all about the quality of the ball here from Rizuki. Can he get it in the sweet spot? Hangs high in the air. And it's easy pickings for Chris Theodorides, who just gets the ball rolling against it to Keru Okada. And here he comes running at the Lions back four. Still he goes around Alice and he pulls back. And some support there from Georgopoulos sees Alice able to make the recovering challenge. Good defence from the Lions. Ishmaeli up the line. Fowler. Lions take the throw in a hurry, but perhaps a little bit too quickly there. Coulter out wide. Good header by Way. Now Georgopoulos. Sim, strong header. Deluri will be offside. Lets it run. Roberts and Drutzis go at it. Good poise by Roberts. Way. Cut out by Ishmaeli. The time for James Doyle. Kenny. Keegan Coulter goes up and down, and the header was won by Wilkins. Sim. Drutzis. Deluri. Kenny. Chance here for William Alice. And now he's flagged offside. And that one was right in line with the Lions' technical area. And there's just one or two curses coming out of that vicinity at the moment. Looked like he could have been on from this position, but I'm not side on, so I won't pass judgment. Theodorides. Sim rose highest. Did well to win the header. Kenny and combining. Big win throw. Wilkins over the top, looking for Bosniak. Doyle across the cover. He's done well there, James Doyle. Celebrating his birthday tomorrow. Here's James Doyle, turning 20 years of age. And he's been solid in defence. Long throw into the front of the 6-yard box. Rizuki. Foot race here. Deluri and Fowler. Deluri's got no one in support, so he just continues to wait for options there. And in the end, Hall across well there. Lewis Hall got a foot in. Concedes the throw in. Deluri. Sean Kenny. Fabrice is at the back post. He goes over Fabrice. He was trying to find Ismaili, who made the supporting run, but Takeru Okada cut it out. James Doyle, a stylish play by the tall centre half. William Alice for Dennis Deluri, a former Geelong Soccer Club player. Rizuki picked it up from Drutzis, ran into a wall of yellow and black. Kenny, crafty pass there. Alice and Jackson Lino, a good defensive effort. Jackson Lino, we've seen him deployed this season as a winger, as a fullback. Slotting in wherever required. And he scored that goal earlier in the season at Jack Edwards Reserve against Oakley. Lions are taking this one quickly. It's Drutzis looking to take on Fowler. It was a good tussle but the ball just ran through to Josh Wilkins. Puts through that one, not whatsoever, except for Keegan Coulter, who comes as far forward as we've seen him come all day. Good fake there by Ishmaeli. Ball for Azuki. First time inside to Alice. If he can bring it down here, the Lions are a chance. Still he goes, William Alice. And just managed to run through to Roberts. And a Carter now. Hall. Way. Poise from a Carter there. Ashton. Good play, Heidelberg. Maintaining possession. Fella. Fedor-Hadžić. Well, the pass almost sold Fedor-Hadžić a bit short there. I think Fedor-Hadžić said to Dom Fella, a little bit closer to me, please. Now, Deluri's won the ball here, high up the park. He's got Rizuki to his right, and he's got Kenny. Should I say Rizuki was to his left. He had Kenny to his right. Fabrice with the throw. Deluri. And muscled by B, and there's a free kick decision there. Linesman was in no doubt about that one. Andrew Stevenson and Daniel Isaac, our two assistant referees today. Theodorides plays it long again. Good header by Will Alice. Roberts. And the former Canadian international puts that one out for a throw. Alice. Wilkins. And Fowler looking for Bosniak. Jackson Lino draws a crowd. Very vocal out there at the moment, since it's that time of the game where the intensity just goes up a touch midway through the second half. It's very much still there for the taking from either side. Heidelberg have looked comfortable. It's just 3 attempts on target were managed by the Lions in the first half. Georgopoulos looking to play in Dennery. Needs a good first touch. Milan Roberts, expert defending again. And here's Georgopoulos on the ball. Chance for Fabrice. He's got options in the box. Still he goes, Aaron Fabrice. Ashton getting back to mop up there. Fowler and Bosniak. Way. And foot came in there from the youngster, Doyle. And he's getting pressure from certainly Heidelberg's coaching staff to show Doyle the yellow card. And it is fourth comes Doyle, goes into the book. I'm sure the Lions will think, well, given the circumstance, it's not a bad place to give away the foul. But having the youngster on the yellow card is less ideal. Reasonably solid in defence there, that centre half pairing. Jay Doyle and Nathan Sim. Unfortunately, Eastern Lions losing Stratomitros, travelling back to Greece after the sad passing of his father, which happened right before the game where they played against Hume. Managed to go on and win that game too. Wilkins. Well, worth the pop. Thought the right back. Just wonder if it's that kind of day where we do see one of these speculative attempts to fly in from long range. Coulter onto that far side of the ground. Sim with the header. Rizuki. Drutzis. Can he find Deluri? Good keeping Theodorides, using every inch of the 18-yard box. Nice ball by Roberts. And good poise there by the 19-year-old Lino. Fowler. Pressure from Georgopoulos. Fowler comes away. Good play, Dominic Fowler. Scott Bosniak over the top. The flag might come up here, but in the end, Lino gets there first, and the whistle's gone. Not for offside, but for an infringement that took place, according to Bruno Daniello. Looking at the replay there, ball over the top. I think the foul was against Lino, trying to cast the team aside. Kenny's touch to Drutzis, and Deluri goes to ground under the challenge of Feder Hadjic. And it's another free kick. So certainly the fouls are starting to mount as James Doyle wastes no time. Played an excellent ball to Rizuki, and the flag goes up on that far side because Rizuki had moved a fraction too soon. Almost thought he might have been required to be taken again. The ball was just about still rolling as James Doyle swung it out to Rizuki. And Theodorides will take the resulting free kick from the offside. Theodorides, second most clean sheets in the NPL behind Chris Oldfield. Josh Wilkins, can he get a good ball in? Well, there's not really anyone there, and Ishmaeli's header goes up and down, and he volleys it away. So the double clearance by Ishmaeli, and Deluri has done very well there, Dennis Deluri. Finds Georgopoulos. Ishmaeli again. Deluri's on the charge. Flag stays down. Dennis Deluri, centering ball. Ziggy Rizuki. Right, Ziggy Rizuki! And somehow, I don't know how, incredible stuff. Great play, Lions. It deserved a goal. And Ziggy Rizuki's attempt there has refused to cross the line. Just watching the replay there, hitting the inside of the left-hand upright. And I think it's span off that post, spinning and spinning almost directly along the course of the goal line. Misses that far post on the right and goes behind for a goal kick. That's as close as you could get. There is almost on the back of the net for an equaliser. Encouraging signs for the Lions. Good play by Dennis Deluri as well. Did well to find space in that occasion. And there's no pressure on Coulter, so he just keeps advancing down the field and hoists it up in front of the play's race. Fabrice might have been fouled there. It's yet another foul in this second half, given by Bruno Daniello. And Stephen Pace, the assistant here for Heidelberg, he's looking to make the sub. Strickland is the man to be called into action. Coming off Owen Ashton. Owen Ashton for the Burgers this season with 3 goals, unable to add to that tally today. He's all smiles as he takes his time getting off the field today. Georgopoulos gets to the back post. Kenny, Rizuki. Ball goes in by Doyle. And this time Fowler wins the free kick. So yet another foul. Well, when the football's been happening, it's been an entertaining match. It's all a case of if the fouls could stop, really entertaining football match could suddenly break out. Theatre it is. It hangs in. Doyle wins the header again there. Ismaili. Deluri leaps, but Roberts leaps higher. James Doyle again over the top, looking for Deluri. Fed Haji this time. Deluri just between two man mountains there in Fed and Roberts. Kenny now for Rizuki. He's got Alice on the overlap. Puts it into the back post. Deluri jumped and over his head, and the flag was also up for offside. Definitely in the last few moments, you have to say that the Eastern Lions have had the better of the attacking thrust in this game. Heidelberg managing the 1-0 lead quite well. Which is easy to say, I suppose, given that Ziggy Rizuki attempt not long ago didn't go in. Different story if it had. Flicked on by Bosniak. And Strickland gets a first involvement. Thomas Strickland, what can he conjure up here? And Bosniak just puts it wide. Great chance, Burgers. If they wanted to ice the game, that could have been the moment. Strong header by Roberts. Bosniak with the flick, looking for a cutter. Georgopoulos received the header off Doyle, and Coulthard kicks that one. It's an absolute rainmaker. No trouble for Roberts, just came through and crushed that header. Wilkins and Lino, and good work by Will Alice. Lino and Alice do battle on the floor. And it's Willing, it's Dower out there. There's a lot at stake here today for these sides. Heidelberg sitting in fifth. They want to improve on that position. Roberts again with the header. Bosniak. Alice up the line. Roberts crushes another header. Bosniak goes to the floor, and that will be a free kick to Heidelberg. Taken quickly. I think one or two teammates wanted him to take his time there. But Akata was being pulled back by Sim. And the former Manly United man concedes the free kick. And this time, Heidelberg will take their time. So it will be Strickland the over piece. It's Strickland. It's a good ball. Wow, it was a little bit too close to in the. Certainly looked nice off the boot. Ismaili looking for Deluri, and I fancy we've got a foul and a yellow card about to be shown here to Josh Wilkins. He's gone down with an injury though. Not sure if that will lead to any more leniency from Bruno Daniello. Looked like a professional foul from here. The funny thing was, as it happened, Dennis Deluri looked like he'd gotten away, and then he went to ground almost half a second later. But it doesn't change. The intentions were to pull him down as Josh Wilkins gets back to his feet. And he is shown the yellow card. Another one into the book. And another chance from the Lions from this set piece. Georgopoulos, hands on hips, assessing his options. Doyle will be the primary target, you would think. Over to the back post. Was headed towards Doyle, but Ruben Way won the header well. Rizuki. Good change of direction. Ishmaeli goes long. And we have got a contender there for dogs at NPL, as we've just seen a golden retriever go running past that far corner at the left of your screen. There's the beauty of a venue like this, next to the Gunners Creek. It's a good activity space for not only top-level footballers, but also the community. Excellent facilities here these days. A couple of pitches to your right for training. NPL juniors that operate here. Fabrice and Doyle looking for Deluri. Fed a goal scorer. Sends that one high into the sky. So into the last 20 minutes here now at Gunners Creek. Eastern Lions, they're certainly not out of this. How they'd love to get a share of the points here, at least on their home turf. It's been a stalemate of sorts since the only goal of the game occurred in the second minute. With Feder Hajic finding the back of the net. Now Deluri, he's been busy. Little nutmeg on Wilkins. And Alice on the byline. Cuts it back and, well, Feder Hajic there. Hands behind the back. Taking no chances, heading that one behind. Keep those comments coming in as well, please. We'll do our best to give you a shout out in the lulls in between play here. Ball comes in. Drutzis couldn't get it under control and puts his hands on his head. One of those moments where you just don't realise how much time you had until the opportunity was gone. Almost looked a bit surprised. Hello to Joel and Millie in East Geelong, getting ready to go for their evening walk at full time after this one. Lino and Alice do battle. It's a good tussle those two players have been having. Wilkins into the area. Doyle went down after making the clearance and wins the free kick. At the conclusion of this one, don't forget to stick around on the NPL Victoria streams. South Melbourne, equal top of the table at the moment with Avondale after Avondale night. South Melbourne looking to get the points home against the St Albans Saints, who will have other ideas. They don't mind an upset against big opposition. Fella. Tussle here between Sim and Akata, and Sim just raised his hand towards Akata. And Akata's won a free kick Heidelberg just to calm things down a bit again. And Josh Wilkins will take the resulting free kick. Wilkins crossed to the far side of the penalty area. Header won by Bosniak, and Lino is offside. Those results, if you missed them across NPL last night, a dramatic 2-1 injury time win to the Knights over Altona. Points were shared 1-1 between Port and Avondale, Bentley and Oakley. That match 1-0 to favour of the Greens. Dandenong City and Green Gully was 1-1. Of course, Dandenong City looking for their first win of the season still, along with Altona. That's not the case for Eastern Lions. They've enjoyed 2 wins this season. They weren't fancied by many at the start of the year. If they get a third here today, it would be in dramatic circumstances. And Will Ellis wins the header, but gives away the free kick. Feta Hadjic, the goal scorer. Hall. Way. Good block by Ismaili. It's been Sevdim Ismaili. Putt back. And we're going to see a change for the Lions. Andrew Williams is the man coming on. And the player we just spoke of. Well, we believe Ismaili was the one shown on the board to be coming off, but there's going to be a change because Nathan Sim is replaced. He's putting a big shift today. Nathan Sim. And a chance for Andrew Williams. Hall and Way, a little nutmeg there. Tom Strickland and Ruben Way. Can he get the cross in? Away by Kenny, crafted by Drutzis. Theodoridis hits one that hangs in the air, and the header was won by the substitute Andrew Williams. Kenny. Still going, Deluri. Looking for Kenny again, and it was well read there by Josh Wilkins. Put his body in the right place at the right time. And second sub in as many minutes coming up here. Eastern Lions bringing on their number 9, Artie Amedi. He's ready to go. Ball right into the 6-yard box. Test for Theodoridis, who punches. Deluri and Georgopoulos deflected. Now Rizuki. Another chance spooned into the forest behind the goals. Just for a moment there, Chris Theodoridis has been so comfortable today. He's almost scrambling a touch in the 6-yard box as that ball was lobbed in on top of him. Got the punch away. Make the clearance though. But the ball just kept on falling to Lions around the edge of the area. And eventually Rizuki's chance went over the top, and we will now see that change. It's Artie Amedi coming on. Sevdim Ismaili is replaced. So a defender for an attacker. So we're going to see a bit of a tactical switch up here perhaps. So it looks like the earlier sub, Andrew Williams, he slotted in like for like with Sim in central defence alongside James Doyle. And the right winger, which is Aaron Fabrice, has slotted into more of an attacking fullback role. So, similar formation, but more attack-minded players on the field. Kenny. Good pressure by Fowler. Bosniak. And Lewis Hall. Better Hadjic almost miscontrolled that one. Strong header there. And ball comes over the top. Takeru Okada looking to outpace Alice. Still he goes Takeru Okada. Low ball in post. There was the chance to ice the game. Dusan Bosniak stooped down and his header came back off the upright. So a poster for both teams in this second half. He looked certain to score there, did Dusan Bosniak. Kenny. Is Alice, the former Oakley Cannon, over the top, and it comes off the impact there of Josh Wilkins. Goes out for the throw. Players are tiring now. You just sense that any moment now it could be that decisive time where Heidelberg can seal this one, or the Lions can level it up. Theodorides high into the sky again. Doyle might have been fouled there by Bosniak. Heidelberg, we're going to see an introduction for Justin Mikulev. He's going to be coming on to replace Takeru Okada. Justin Mikulev already has a goal to his name this season against Green Gully. He's picked up a couple of handy assists too. He certainly starred in their game and their comeback when they only had 10 men against Altona earlier in the season. Takeru Okada getting a round of applause from everyone. Ball in by Williams. Amedi. So close again for the Lions, just over the bar. The substitute, Adi Amedi, got a chance on the right peg. Put his foot through it and almost took his chance. It was just on the turn for Adi Amedi. George Katsakis is voicing his formational changes, switching to a 4-4-2, we believe. That's what we heard at least anyway. Looks like there's some confusion though out in the park. We've still got three up top. Chance here for Thomas Strickland, operating down the left. He's got Lino and Mikulev in the middle. Thomas Strickland clips it in, away by George Hall. Lewis Hall changes direction. For Doyle. Georgopoulos, great control. He's got option out here on his right. That's Drutzis. Still he goes. Drutzis looking to get past Ruben Way. Drutzis, still he goes. Ball into the box. It's over Amedi. Away by Wilkins. It's an impressive run by Drutzis. Carried that ball a long way. And in the end, Drutzis has been charged here for leaving the foot in a little too late. Saw it. And certainly everyone in the Heidelberg technical area, even though it was over the far side of the ground, they didn't miss it either. The sun breaks through the clouds. Alice, he was charged up by Wilkins, and Wilkins comes away with the ball. Sliding challenge by Rizuki. Still goes Josh Wilkins. Who can stop this man? Rizuki, Amedi off the chest. Good idea. Went to Georgopoulos. Strickland. got a bit of space to play a little reverse pass in there for Bosniak, and he was flagged offside. Looked like he might have been on from here. But again, not side on, so we won't pass judgment. Ellis pops it over the top looking for a Medi. Once again, Roberts read it best. Bosniak, he's onside this time, Dusan Bosniak. He's got Strickland in the middle. Thomas Strickland just taken off his head, and Jackson Lino, can he get the shot? That's blocked by Fabrice, and it goes behind for a corner. Good passage of play by the Burgers. They've stepped up in the last few moments. With a bit of extra energy from the fresh legs. Strickland, Mikulev. And I suppose the halftime substitute as well, Lino. Has been a live wire since coming on. Lino, the 19-year-old. So corner routine here for Heidelberg. Thomas Strickland is the man to swing it in. It's going to be the away swinger. Strickland drives it in. Roberts gets the head on it and followed up. And Mikulev was the man. He got the second header and I thought he was certain to score. Refused to go in once again. It's amazing that we've only seen just the one goal today. It's turned out to be a quite open game with many chances. Just looking at the replay there, Mikulev putting his hands to his head. Thought he'd scored his second of the season. Strickland in time, and Roberts once again. He's just winning everything in the air, is Marlon Roberts. And we're going to see the final sub here for Eastern Lions. Ziki Rizuki is the man taken off. And it's a chance for the number 8, Sani Jihai. And the instructions for Sani are to get up in between the centre halves. He's not the tallest figure, the young man. But if the ball drops to his feet, he could cause a headache in the final moments. Heidelberg unable to seal this one. Since scoring in the second minute. Aiden Federhajic with the goal from 6 yards. Ruben Way wins the header. Fowler, he's been strong all day. Wins the free kick. It's just starting to get a little bit dark. Gardeners Creek Reserve. We are approaching stoppage time. Milan Roberts is down stretching the hammies at the moment. Doesn't want to risk, and the calves doesn't want to risk a cramp when he's tracking back in the final moments of this one. Heidelberg in no hurry to get the resumption of play going here. Fowler is still yet to find his feet after suffering the foul. As we prepare for the free kick. It's taken by Mikulev. It hangs in the air, and it's too close to Keegan Coulter. So possession is gifted back to the Lions. And it's Milan Roberts again. Another strong header by Milan Roberts, the early born Canadian international. Or one-time Canadian international. Good skill by Ellis there. Goes straight around Strickland. Charging forward, William Ellis. Still he goes past another one. Past Mikulev, trying to beat him again. Loses out eventually. Sean Kenny. Williams with the switch of play. Great ball as it turns out for Fabrice. And Amedi. Fabrice went to ground. Amedi gets the shot. It was late. Fabrice went to the ground. Ball in by Zihai, and Amedi with the header. Just catch the replay of that penalty shout here. Well, it's hard to see on the cameras how he was fouled. He did go to ground after cutting the ball back. Not enough evidence to consider giving a penalty, though, from that footage. Alice with the free header. Flicked on by Kenny. And Roberts puts it out of play. He's been as good as anyone out there today, Malan Roberts. Sent off last time I saw Heidelberg play live, which was at Paisley Park in Altona. Over to the far post. Just needed a line in the right place at the right time. Wasn't to be. Bosniak holds up play well. He's got Mikulev on the charge. He's a busy player. Mikulev always making runs into space. That's his game. Justin Mikulev, still he goes. Now he gets the ball in, but there's no one there. And Fabrice dropped back into a fullback role. Pop up. Amedi was the target. Bounce back to Georgopoulos. Fabrice again. That's asking a fair bit of Amedi, that one, though. And we've got 3 minutes to go here. 3 minutes added on. Amedi into Fabrice. Can he big cross in? Well, hits it against the back of Dennis Deluri. Doyle floats it in. And Roberts again. Good contest by Drutzis, though. Josh Wilkins is charging away. Still he goes. Gets a little shove in the back by Drutzis. George Katsakis, he wants the card be shown here. Well, the yellow card's not going to be shown to Chris Drutzis here, the man who's received the most yellow cards out of anyone in NPL Victoria this season with already 5, and his suspension served for that last week. Gets away with the yellow on that occasion. But the big win for Heidelberg with only 3 minutes to be added on. They've chewed up that stoppage time with that foul. Theodorides. Bosniak off the chest. Strickland. Lino, can you go? It just runs too far away. Back inside. Away by Williams. Amedi. Fabrice. And Strickland pinches it. Gets the ball in. Strickland for Bosniak. Well, did his best to get into a scoring position, but just couldn't contort his body enough to direct that one on target. It's last gasp stuff here now. Alice goes long. Roberts. Georgopoulos to Drutzis. Kenny. High over the top. And it runs through to Theodorides, who's going to be in no hurry to pick one up. Into the last minute here at Gardner's Creek Reserve. Heidelberg, they're almost there. Doyle with the header, picked on again and again. And Drutzis bundled to the ground. No foul given. Roberts. And now he does win the free kick, Malan Roberts. And that will just about do it now for Heidelberg, who are looking at a trip back to Olympic Village tonight after the... Once again, they're in no rush to take this one. This result will move Heidelberg above Oakley Cannons and above the Knights. As Coulter picks this one up, there's pressure for the whistle to go. And he puts it to his mouth, and Heidelberg do get the job done. And they're going to jump up to 3rd place tonight. Great result for them, as the coaches come together to embrace. It'll be a happy 55th birthday for George Katsakis this week, taking the points and extending their unbeaten streak, and that makes it 4 wins in their last 5 as well. Very good going for the boys from Olympic Village, who have a bit of a back-ended fixture of home games coming up after having to shift a lot of their games away from home earlier in the season. Their next 3 include fixtures against Port Melbourne, Dandenong Thunder and St Albans, while Eastern Lions, well, they'll go again next Friday night against Oakley, followed by fixtures against Altona and Green Gully. All in all, an entertaining match here that only gave us 1 goal, but a lot of action, a lot of goal score opportunities. Each side with 6 shots on. But the decisive moment was Aidan Fedajic getting on the end of a set piece that was taken by Takero Okada. Lewis Hall had a bounce back off the post, and the big centre half did the rest. Fedajic scoring in the 2nd minute, meaning that Heidelberg get all 3 points here from Gardners Creek Reserve. Thank you for joining us for this one. My name's Steve Curtin. It's been a pleasure to bring this game to you. Good night from Gardners Creek Reserve, where it is Eastern Lions 0, Heidelberg United 1.